So today I'm going to show you how I roller set my hair. I've shampooed it. As I told you, I had a pre-poo for this shampoo because for this round of treatment, because for some reason my hair was really hard when I pulled the rollers out from my last conditioner. So you get that from time to time, but you just have to keep pressing. I have a lot of new growth, so that is expected. In fact, I may have to do a relaxer soon because it is coming up to that time where it is taking a lot more to keep it looking really good after my shampoos. So for my roller set, I use different combs. I've got my big shampoo comb here. Never out of this. I have them in all colors. I've got it in black. I've got it in this sort of khaki looking color, whatever the fancy name is. And I always have one in my bag. I just love them because for me they work best at detangling my hair. So I would go through with that comb and I would make sure that it is properly detangled right after my shampoo, before I put in my conditioner, and then after my conditioner and rinse out, I would go back through it with this, and then I would go to, guys, I tell you, because of the length of time my hair has not been relaxed, it is quite thick. So apart from that size comb, so I move from that size to perhaps that one, yeah, where the teeth are farther apart. And the last one I would use before I put my rollers on would be that one. I love this tail comb. I love the metal because there are no ridges created on it that can break the hair. So I always use a metal comb for my parting. And then these are my rollers, absolute faithful ones. That's the size large purple ones that I use. Plus I use that black one as well, depending on the length of my hair. And I've also got these other shades of grey, and I've come from that to all of these larger ones. I'll show you as well the pins that I use. I use those pins, those ones with that nice V to the end, because I find that it's easier to put them into the hair. So I'm going to use as my leave-in for today this ApHogee Keratin and Green Tea Reconstructor, because it's so good. I do have a lot more leave-in conditioners that I use. This gives the hair some strength and loosens it up as well, so I can go through and do my roller set. So I want a roller set whilst I'm working from home, so that the sun, because it's really hot, 33, 34 degrees Celsius in Kingston, and I can use my body heat to dry. I don't need to sit under a dryer. And whilst I do my legal work, my hair will be dried. So I use this larger teeth comb to detangle. My hair does need trimming, and each time I do my relaxer, then I can see that. And once I do that, my final two combs will be with my very fine teeth comb, and I get it all out so that it sits nicely on my roller. I do like to do, I like when the hair is really wet because it goes over easier over the rollers. And I just do that. I take my large roller. I'm not going under the dryer, so I won't have a problem getting my head onto anything, under anything. And I just roll it like that. Just keep rolling and stretching. Rolling and stretching until it goes over. And then I'll put my pins in and I'll repeat this about 20 times or however many my hair will be set in today. I don't like putting a lot on the roller because the hair needs to dry, and preferably air dry. I don't really want to use any heat at all. I don't have the time to sit on heat, under heat, either hand dryer or overhead. So it's really hot. So even though my hair is pretty long, the heat from the sun and body heat will dry. And I go in again with my smaller comb. Make sure it's nice and smooth over my comb, because if it's not smooth over the roller, then the hair is going to dry just like that. And again, because I have not relaxed in such a long time, it will tangle. So it does require patience. Yeah, and you wrap and you stretch while you go. Just keep stretching. I really do love doing this. Love it. You see me put that clip in my mouth? That's because ever so often I drop all of these in a bowl and wash them because they need to be clean. Sometimes they fall on the floor. So I just keep squirting this in my hair to make sure it is wet. I prefer setting it when it's wet. And I'm going to just detangle this a little bit so that it's easier when I have my set amount to put over my roller. I love the smell of freshly shampooed hair coming off my rollers. Love it. Never ever can stand the smell of burnt hair from hot iron. Maybe the hair is not burnt, but that whole process of literally swinging the hair, I don't like that smell at all. When I do have to do that, I always use heat protector. And I find the ApHogee one to be really good. So I always take that to my hairstylist, whether it's Rose at Perfect Touch, or if I'm going to Stephanie at Hair Essentials. And now for my small comb. You see, even when you've gone through it with a large, not a really large, but a large enough tail comb with wide teeth, when you go back through it with your small teeth comb, you still have some glitching. So I've got to make sure that it is all combed through properly. Yeah, and you stretch. Keep stretching. Now, it's not easy to do this. A lot of people, you would find that you would rip your hair out if you don't know what you're doing. But trust me, if I can learn, you can learn. It comes with practice, and once you know how to do it, you hardly ever want somebody else to be setting your hair. Well, I certainly don't. Yeah, if I don't have the time to do my routine, because I'm so pressed for time always, whether it's my court duties, which are really hectic in legal practice, or my radio duties, when I'm to host the hotline on Radio Jamaica, or my motherly duties, when I have to attend to my children, and to spend time with my husband. If I don't have time to just get everything all done, and I go to my salon, the one thing I would go there to do is probably to get a shampoo, and I would always let them leave the deep conditioner in, and I drive home because I'm not sitting in the salon for all that time. I've got better things to do with my time than to sit in a salon. All of those competing interests that I absolutely love, they need my time. So I prefer to be at home getting them done. Yeah, if I have to go to studio for radio, then I'll probably do this after radio and come right home with it, so I can be with my children, my husband. And then in the evening, after some time has passed, I would set my hair myself, because I don't need the stylist to set my hair. I may just be a bit in need of some extra comfort and would want a nice hard shampoo, because I don't like soft shampoos. But once it is done, and I normally take my mixture for my conditioners there, and once they put it in, I would just get home, set my hair myself. Stephanie at Hair Essentials, she gives an excellent shampoo, absolutely excellent shampoo. So again, for the side, can be a bit difficult to do the side. I sort of do a diagonal part, and then I just angle my arms up like that. Take this away. Yeah, and I go to my smaller comb, comb it through, and I still go for my largest roller here, because I find that when I take these rollers out and when my hair is dry, it just falls ever so nicely. It's as if I had hot iron done, because of the size of the rollers. So I use those large ones to the side even. Again, I go for my clips and I put them in. If I were not doing this video for you, again, I'd be watching and listening to some stuff. I listen a lot. Never ever waste time. When I'm driving, I Bluetooth the stuff that I need to listen to, that I have an interest in, that I want to take to my listeners. Sometimes I stop on the road and make a note of the time so I can mark a clip somewhere, so I can bring it to the attention of the listeners. And when I'm doing my hair care as well, I do the same, because I just don't have enough time in my day for one thing to get all of my attention. I just don't. So you see, I comb that through, and before you know it, you'll be doing this like a pro. Yeah, just take your time, all the time you're rolling, you stretch it. I put my pins in again. This is good. When I first started learning how to roll a set, a lot of times when you're done, the rollers would fall back right out. But once you master the art of doing it, and exactly how I'm telling you now is how I've done it, those rollers will stay and you'll have beautiful curls. Well, my hair just comes out straight. Yeah, and I really don't wear my hair down much when I'm at home. My hair is always up, covered. Never ever lie down without covering my hair, never. And at any rate, I use silk pillowcases and I use silk scarf to cover my hair. In fact, for me, it's a cultural thing that I can't sleep with my hair uncovered. When I was growing up in the country, in Grange, Westmoreland, they told us that if you sleep with your head uncovered, you see this one? Sometimes it's difficult to find yeah, you get a pin falling like that. Sometimes it's difficult just to find the roller without getting a clump of hair in it, and you have to do that because then you need to part the hair after that. So just be patient with yourself. There it is. Yeah, so regarding the hair covering, when I was growing up, I was told by maybe my paternal grandma, God bless her soul, she was a lovely woman. We called her Sis Ursula Crooks, but she always covered her head, and she said that the angels wouldn't visit her if her hair was uncovered in the nights. So I can never ever sleep with my head uncovered, never. If I travel and leave my scarf, my husband and I will have to find somewhere to buy one. Literally. That's how the things you're taught, that's how they become a part of you. Whether the angels will visit you or not, for me, it's a good practice for hair care, for our hair. Yeah, you don't want the hair rubbing all over some cotton fabric on your pillowcase, which is gonna dry your hair out. Yeah, and throw the strands all over. You don't want that. In fact, I don't like even the pillowcases get all messy. So it's a good practice, if it is a part of you, to have a nice silk scarf, cover your hair. When you're covering, you put the ends up so that the ends are getting some moisture and not exposed, and that will save you a lot. Big part of your hair care journey, that is. You see these rollers? When I'm traveling, if I'm going anywhere for more than a week, they're coming with me. So they come with me because I love doing this. In no way can you make the best of your body, of your hair, of your skin, of your whatever it is, without loving it, because they take a lot of learning and patience. So I pack my rollers with me, yeah, and I would shampoo myself in the shower, wherever I am. So you just try and have an early night if you can. Indulge a bit in yourself. And shampoo, condition, leave the thing in a little bit, and set. Of course, when I travel, usually the temperatures are much cooler than Jamaica, so I do take my hand dryer with me as well. And I would give it a light dry after I've set with these rollers, and let the body heat work for the rest of the night. If when I'm up in the morning my hair is not properly dry, then I will just run the hand dryer a little bit more over the rollers and then take them out, and wow, beautiful hair you've got. Yeah, no need to go anywhere so that they can burn your hair with those rollers, those hot iron. No need for that. Take your rollers with you. Take your rollers with you. That's what I do. Or be happy to do some kind of keep your hair in a pinned up style and moisturize daily, and you just wear it one way. Yeah. So the technique is the same for every time you're parting. It's just the same technique. Like all of life, good habits is about repeating the good things daily. And if you repeat it for 21 days, they say, consecutively, it will become a good habit. So learn to cultivate good habits in all that you do. That's what I do. Every day I'm working on something else. And you'd be surprised, it's the simple things that make a habit. So see how I got the sides? Just as I did the other side. And I keep spraying this Afro-G keratin and green tea restructurize on it, and I think it does so well to make it soft, but at the same time make it strong. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing at the moment, practicing how to be more patient on my hair, so I can be patient with everybody else. Yeah. Again, you can't see the back, but neither can you see the back of yours. So when you're doing it, same technique. Go back with my small comb and you lift, roll, stretch, lift, roll, stretch. That's all you do. Get the pins in. Guys, if you learn how to do these things, your hair will be great. You know, one of the things that's just amazing to me, when I walk around in Jamaica or drive around, I think a large percentage of the women are wearing either weave-on or wigs. And then the other portion would be natural hair, which is the rave at the moment. But I've just never understood why so many of our people believe they need to wear a weave-on. Yeah, and I think it's because a lot of hair care is just not known. You think somehow you can just turn up at a hairdresser every week or every other week and they look after your hair when you neglect it for the other times when you're at home. No. It doesn't work like that. That's why you have to learn these things at home. It's everything you do. It's how you sleep, the amount of sleep you get, it's how stressed you are. It's whether your thyroid is functioning well, which, by the way, all of you consider doing a thyroid function test, because a lot of people in Jamaica, they don't feel well. They're not eating right. They're tired. They have low libido. They have just low drive, low initiative. And for whatever reason, something that bothers a large portion of the population, which is thyroid function, I just don't think that there's enough public education going on about that. And why I say this is because if your thyroid is over or underactive, you're going to have problems. You're going to have problems with energy, with mood, with eating, with weight loss, with weight gain, with your hair, with just about everything. So what comes up on the surface as hair is the product of a lot of what is going on the inside. So you must consider having a thyroid function test done if something is off and you can't find the answers in a routine blood test. See an endocrinologist and let them have you do the requisite tests and do the analysis. Yeah? But everything is tied to something going on the inside. And you must never forget that. So I do apply a lot of products to my hair. And I do tell you of the products that I use, the oils and the conditioners and the shampoos and the protein and so forth. But trust me, if things on the inside are not right, none of these things can remedy the problem. Yeah? They will assist with giving you strength and length when things are okay on the inside. Otherwise, they're not going to help. Okay? So, everything comes from the inside. That's the point. Yeah? So I'm almost done, and you're seeing how I do my full set, which you can do too. Buy yourself some rollers, man. You're not going to have healthy hair with hot iron or blow dry. You won't. I use it when I have to do TV and I dread it. Yeah. So I'm at the back. And to get to these little hairs at the back, I just use my tail comb and just bring it up like that. Yeah. So this is how I set my hair. Coming to the last bit now. I'll probably just put this in too. See, all of my large purple rollers are done. I love to use all of them in there. I'll just screw it a little bit of this and go with my small teeth comb and lift and lift and stretch and lift. And lift. So this process is really about 25 minutes to half an hour. Once you've detangled, and you keep detangling as you go along, and you just get on to doing all the stuff you have to do in the day. And let the heat from outside do its work. Yeah. So that's it. A little bit of sweat because it's been hot, but that's good. That's how I set my hair. Roller set my hair. You are going to have, when you have shampooed, some hair that's coming out, shedding, because it's natural. This is what I got from mine today. That's not too bad, so that's nothing at all to worry about. So get on your hair journey. Go for beautiful, healthy hair. And I look forward to having your company again as I show you the things I do for my hair care routine, my hair care journey. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and get practicing. And you too will have great hair. Take care. Subscribe.